Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving. We have a lot to talk about. I want to read you this article, and it's a very important article. And it's something that everyone should read if they're looking into the 2020 Democratic primary. Dodd-Biden dropout after Iowa defeat. This is by Martin Cady II. January 3rd, 2008. About 11 years ago. This is really interesting. Two Senate veterans. This is 2008. This is during the Democratic primary in 2008. And why am I so intrigued by this? Because this was a time when Joe Biden was actually a viable candidate. This was a time where he had energy. This is a time where people could understand what he said when he spoke. So I want to read you this. Dodd-Biden dropout after Iowa defeat. Two Senate veterans, Democrats Joe Biden of Delaware and Chris Dodd of Connecticut, are abandoning their presidential campaigns after very poor showings Thursday night in the Iowa caucuses. Neither mustered more than 1% in the intensely competitive contest won by freshman Illinois Senator Barack Obama. Neither mustered more than 1%. Do you understand what that means, ladies and gentlemen? Neither mustered more than 1%. He didn't even get 1%. Joe Biden, when he was viable, when he was 11 years younger, when he actually wanted to become president, when he was actually in the presidential contest alongside future President Obama and future eventual criminal, Madam Secretary Eric H526. Hello and happy Thanksgiving, A-Train, everyone. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, Eric. Thank you. And thank you very much, everyone. Subscribe to Eric's gaming channel. If you're into gaming, subscribe to his channel. He's fantastic. Why am I always harping on this? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a lifelong Democrat who's voting for President Trump, primarily because of foreign policy, and he goes after corrupt officials like Comey, and he is presiding over a fantastic economy. That's not hyperbole. The economy is better at this point than at any point during Bush's and President Obama's tenures. But he did not even get 1%. So I'll say Biden was the most promising of the second-tier candidates. He was a second-tier candidate in 2008. This is when he was young and spry and energetic and competitive, in large part because of his extensive national security experience. His chairmanship of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. It was his second run for Democratic presidential nomination, the first being in 1988. So you mean you can't run 3 times? So Biden can run 3 times, a pale old gentleman, but you're going to tell Madam Secretary that she can't run? Clinton is going to become nominee. I don't know how. I don't care how. I don't care if she files paperwork. I don't care if she misses, filing dates. I don't care. I don't care at all. It'll happen. The people who say that she's not running either A, are petrified of the notion, or B, believe that Madam Secretary is just like them. That there is no unbridled ambition. That there is no ability to continually circumvent laws and guidelines and protocol. So this is happening, everyone. But I'm trying to reach you. I'm trying to take a trip down memory lane. Let's take a trip down memory lane. This is Vice President Biden's 3rd time. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel right now for some great news regarding Biden's campaign. Every single day, ladies and gentlemen, every single day, there is a horrendous, hilarious, sad, pathetic story on the former vice president. Yet he's still number one because that kind of tells you that the Democratic Party is begging for somebody who's realistic in their minds. They talk a big game when it comes to Medicare for all. And you have the same pundits and you have the same people on social media saying, oh yeah, Medicare for all. They have no intention. It's a fantasy. It's a noble idea. But it took me a while to realize Democrats have no intention. There's zero chance that any Democratic nominee even thinks of it. Elizabeth Warren put that to bed. She didn't even have a specific Medicare for all plan. She literally just made up some numbers because she was shamed into doing so. And even Bernie Sanders is like, oh yeah, that plan is mine's better. The Democratic Party, the House hasn't voted a Medicare for all bill, voted for a Medicare for all, hasn't passed a Green New Deal bill legislation, only resolution, which was for, if the world's going to end, why pass a resolution? Why don't you pass a some legislation? Because they're not serious. They also ran on abolishing ICE. Well, that didn't happen. Dodd banked his presidential run on a strong finish in Iowa and moved his family to Iowa, but never gained any traction with his message. Biden, in an announcement to a group of supporters, thanked his volunteers and staff for sticking with him. He finished 5th. He didn't even get 1%. He finished 5th in Iowa in 2008. So, you mean to tell me he's going to become president? I'm a lifelong Democrat up until recently. Now I'm no party affiliation. Why? I'm telling you, he doesn't have a chance to become Democratic nominee. This is all a charade. There's not one person who really cares about Biden becoming Democratic nominee. There's not one person there's not one person on the left that really wants Biden to win. So, I mean, you have to ask yourself, why is this taking place? It's all for Clinton. Whether she enters the race, the contest in January of 2020 or December of 2019 or February of 2020, I don't know, but she will. She will enter before Super Tuesday. If she doesn't enter before Super Tuesday, I'll be a little bit worried. But then I'll be kind of amused because even then, there's going to be some way where she enters. But, I mean, she doesn't. If she goes into Super Tuesday a week before the election, she'll easily defeat everyone. She's going to become nominee. I don't care what happens. I don't care whether she runs after Super Tuesday. She'll become nominee. I don't know how, but she will. The Democratic Party is a political machine. And everyone who said, oh, Clinton's time has passed, will be the same people who say, if you don't vote for Clinton, you are the most horrible human being on the planet. And I love how you were told all throughout 2016, if you don't vote for Clinton, you are a horrible person in every single way. Now, if you say vote for Clinton, people are like, oh, well, only Trump supporters want bad. Well, why would you say that? Did she suddenly become not qualified? Because she was qualified. The most qualified person ever, apparently, in 2016. So then what happened? Oh, she lost, but it was the Russians. The Russians cheated. They hacked the DNC to inform the country that Bernie Sanders was cheated. That means Democrats were cheated because their wrongdoing was out in the open. Dodd, who finished 6th, is expected to announce his withdrawal later. Earlier Thursday, Dodd had told Fox News that he would head home to Hartford, Connecticut if he did not finish 4th or better. Okay, so Biden's campaign stood out primarily because they took a different approach. Okay, during the long hit series of Democratic debates, he tried to tone down a more anti-interventionist rhetoric with a more reasoned approach to ending the conflict. But his nuanced message never resonated with Iowa voters. They don't even like Biden. Biden doesn't even want to run. This is actually what's taking place. I know it's boring. I keep on repeating myself. I keep on saying the same thing. But it's true. He's losing money every month. Every single month he's losing money. He's inextricably tied to impeachment in a very bad way. In a very bad way. Okay? He's tied to impeachment in a very bad way. Okay? It's kind of funny because people are like, oh, well, his quid pro quo is not quid pro quo. It's like, yeah, no, it was actually. Actually, it was. Actually, it was. The money flow is actually with his son. But this is Biden's campaign has to be the most uninspiring, the worst Democratic presidential campaign of one of the worst of all times. Of all time. There is absolutely nothing that Democrats get from Biden. He can't even communicate a simple, like, when he speaks, it's like listening to, like, I don't know, I don't want to be mean, but he can't communicate effectively. He doesn't know how to, he kind of mumbles, and he's not communicating effectively. I'll just leave it at that. Which points to perhaps other issues. He's not going to defeat Trump. Nobody in their right mind in the Democratic Party thinks that Biden's going to defeat Trump. He's losing money. They know very well he can't win. So why do you think this is happening? Why do you think that, by the way, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you. Why do you think that every single day there's a negative story about Biden and his son? Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel for a very interesting story regarding some extracurricular activities of the Bidens. You look at Warren. She has no grassroots support. Her support basically 50% down in 1 month. President Obama stated two things recently in Politico through people, but he did so on purpose. Tree climbing! Hunter knows everything. President Obama stated categorically he would not let Bernie Sanders win. So he's not going to let Bernie Sanders win. Okay. He doesn't think that Biden has what it takes. So how on earth do they think this is going to take place? Let's just read this. So in 2008, he didn't even make it out of Iowa, but he didn't even get 1% in Iowa, and he's not even number one in Iowa now. So I don't get it. Neither mustered more than 1%. I believe he got 0.08%. That was Politico. Then you have New York Times. Iowa results lead Dodd and Biden to quit race. Two Democratic senators from the Northeast, Christopher J. Dodd of Connecticut and Joseph R. Biden Jr. of Delaware, became the first casualties of the Iowa caucuses on Thursday night, after both failed to get a single percentage point. They issued statements saying they would drop out of the race. So, I mean, it's like... They dropped out of the race of the presidential contest. If you look at the results in 2008, Joe Biden, got 0.09%. Okay, so here we go. This is how close it was. President Obama got 37.6%. Then John Edwards got 29.7%. And Hillary Rodham Clinton got 29.5%. So she finished third. That was a great year for Edwards. All these wonderful moral Democrats are fantastic. But it's kind of like he got 0.09%. 0.09%. My God. 0.09%, people. What makes anyone think? What makes anyone think? Oh, that's hilarious. Chris Dodd didn't even get a percentage point. That's hilarious. But my question is, what makes anyone think that they're serious about Biden? Of course they're not serious. Of course they're not serious. Of course they're not serious. There is no way that you're going to get a nomination of Biden. Could you imagine how I would say lackluster? That's being generous. His speech would be. Could you imagine him at the Democratic convention saying, "Thank you, Hillary, for working so hard for me"? Could you imagine that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the MC Breed election. Ain't No Future in Your Front. One of the great songs of the 90s, one of the great rappers of all time, MC Breed, had a great song with Tupac. He's awesome. Carl's Opinion. Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. H.A. Goodman. Mods in chat. Bloomberg. Bloomberg staff went on Fox and stated Trump is winning. Yeah. P.S. Trump has a great rally in Florida last night. Over 22,500 people inside the arena. They're going to go. Clinton knows she's going to lose to Trump again. Almost certainly. Maybe she thinks she could win. There are a lot of people who've convinced themselves that anyone can defeat Trump. The problem is Carl's Opinion. Nobody knows why. I listen to Tim Pool. I listen to Styx. I listen to a whole bunch of people every day. And it's, they don't know why. They have great analysis, Styx and Tim Pool. And it's very true. The average Democrat does not, and I've tried to talk about this also over the years. Carl, the average Democrat doesn't know why 22,000 people would fill a stadium for Trump. They don't get it. They don't know why. They don't understand. They look at anyone who supports Trump as the most immoral Martian from some kind of planet outside of this galaxy. He puts his face on Rocky Balboa's body. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? He puts his face on Rocky Balboa's body. And then, people are like, why would he do that? It's like, you know what? Trump's personality is one of the reasons people vote for him. So Carl's Opinion, thank you as always. Trump's personality, his irreverence, is one of the reasons he won, and one of the reasons he will win again, and one of the reasons people vote for him. Because they don't want the establishment. Well, this is why Trump's personality is so great. When President Obama tried to justify his failed NATO intervention that happened to destroy a country in Libya, absolutely, that country has been suffering since President Obama's foreign policy removed the authoritarian. That doesn't mean you should always, that doesn't mean, having authoritarians is good, but it means you shouldn't remove them. Because then you own, or you're responsible, or you're morally responsible for what takes place. So President Obama's failed intervention is infinitely worse than anything Trump has ever done, but to the average Democrat, it's not a problem. As long as President Obama explained it in a very presidential and classy and sophisticated manner. Trump, when he speaks, is not necessarily sophisticated. He's not necessarily polished. He's not necessarily this diplomat that's trying to, exude some kind of, establishment veneer. He doesn't care. And he communicates the way the average American communicates. And he just signed a bill protecting animals. He's presiding over record low unemployment. He just signed another bill, prison reform legislation. He is the first president to step foot in North Korea, scaling back U.S. foreign policy. He's withdrawing Americans from harm's way. There's record lows in unemployment, record highs in the stock market. So what's wrong? They want to impeach him for a phone call. They don't know why. They can't defeat Trump if they don't know why people like him. And they don't want to know why, because the reason people don't like Democrats is the reason that Trump supporters vote for Trump. They keep Democrats and liberals and a lot of people, Trump's base. It's not Trump's base. There's not a base. Trump's base is the average Republican. The average Republican likes Trump. The average Republican likes Trump. That's his base. People have to say Trump's base because, it's like he's like this anomaly. This anomaly that shouldn't be there. And he's just propped up by, maniacal people with, Make America Great Again hats. And, oh, my God. If those people didn't exist, then he wouldn't win. It's like, no, that's not the case. 62 million people voted for Trump, and he was outspent 2-1. He was outspent. And then I tell Democrats this, my friends, and they're like, well, so what? I'm like, well, if the tables were turned, he'd win the popular vote. Well, the tables weren't turned. Well, okay, you know what? Could you imagine? The only thing they had for 3 years was, we won the popular vote, and also Russia cheated us. Well, how did that happen? Both of their propaganda spins are contradictory. We won the popular vote, so what? Russia cheated us. Well, how'd you win the popular vote then? And tell me which Facebook ads, altered votes in swing states. I want to know. I want to hear this. Then they say, well, Trump's own intelligence agency says, so what? So what? Epiphany, thank you. So what? Big Chris! She's running. My parents think it's okay with him for Thanksgiving rather than turkey. I think they're secret communists. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. That's right. Big Chris! Thank you. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. And I know I just met somebody today that was talking about ham versus turkey. So enjoy the ham. Enjoy the happy Thanksgiving. And Big Chris, thank you very, very much. And God bless you and everyone, and Carl and everyone here. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you, Big Chris. Thank you. Tree climbing. Almost 4 years without a major intervention. Yeah. Thank you, Big Chris. Thank you as always. Sandiford! Trump cares less about being presidential, whatever that means, and more about being a president. Exactly. Well, I mean, the interesting thing is that when Clinton runs, and Antoine Sims, thank you, yes, Hillary will run. She will run, and she'll run because Biden is he didn't even get 0.09% in Iowa in 2008. I mean, how do you not even get a percent? Give me 1%. Give me a percent. Give me a percent, Biden. Give me 1%. 1.1%. Something. Not even 1%. God bless you, John. Thank you. Give me 1%, Biden. Something. You're not even giving me not even a percent. So, I mean, and that's when he was spry and energetic. Sandiford, that's when he was, he had just fought Cornflakes. It was amazing. It was pay-per-view. He fought Cornflakes pay-per-view. And Frankenberry, Count Chocula, Captain Crunch. She's kept the door open, ladies and gentlemen. And they're going to impeach Trump. She'll probably run in January or February. Who cares? Who cares when? She's keeping the door open. The door's open. Why aren't I 50 points ahead? The door's open. She said the door's open. Everyone's running out of money now, including Biden. Now, President Obama stated, and if you do not get President Obama's endorsement, you will not win the election. President Obama, of course, knows that Clinton is going to run and going to endorse her again and wait for her to lose again. And then, of course, he will control the Democratic Party. This is pretty clear-cut. Think about, if you're President Obama right now, you're a two-term president, you're the most beloved Democrat, what are you going to do? You're going to spend your life trying to get Hillary elected? He knows Clinton is unelectable. Clinton knows that Clinton doesn't care, first of all, and if she loses, which she will, in 2020, she'll run in 2024. That's when President Obama will completely control the Democratic Party. So there's also an underlying rivalry there. There's a rivalry there. Okay, why do you think a two-term president who's not running again is going to say, I will not allow Bernie Sanders to win? Why did President Obama say he will not allow Bernie Sanders to win? Of course, there's a reason. Quantum football! It seems like the IG report and John Durham probe will provide an unsatisfactory number of arrests and convictions. I agree with you on that initially. Why should we care about laws anymore, and should we just... No, absolutely not. Quantum football, absolutely not, because I'll tell you why. The people who are the most authoritarian, the people who are the most sinister want Americans to kind of break laws so then they can impose stricter laws taking our rights away. So, also, quantum football, remember something. Nixon was the most he just won a landslide. You know, people forget he had won a landslide victory, one of the biggest landslides of all time. Then he got impeached and left. Or no, he didn't get impeached. But he would have gotten removed by the Senate, but he left. He was resigned in disgrace. So quantum football, some things... Look, even Al Capone got caught for tax evasion. So quantum football, Julius Caesar, we can go on forever about the most powerful people on the planet. There are a whole bunch of politicians throughout the world recently who have gotten, literally they're in jail cells now, and they were the most powerful in their own country. So I don't think that Clinton will ever see the big house, but I do believe she'll be indicted eventually. Quantum football. So no, it'll take a year after Trump's second term, but it'll happen. John Brennan's time traveling. I don't know what the last word is. Sincere question, actually. Do you ever doubt your Hillary 2024 prediction? No, I don't. I'm just having a personal doubts lately. Also, in the future, I have very hard life unless she wins. Also, in the future, I have a very hard life unless she wins. Well, I mean, also in the future, I have a very hard life unless she runs or wins. Molly Jolly, happy Thanksgiving. Much love. Thank you, Molly Jolly. Thank you. John Brennan's time traveling. No, I don't doubt. They have nobody, John. I'll just call you JBT. JBT, they have nobody. So, and plus I wrote my article in 2017, so I got to stick with it. No, I'm joking. They have nobody. And you're talking about unbridled ambition not seen since Attila the Hun. JBT traveling, John Brennan's time traveling, you're not talking about a person who is the type of person who is going to leave the door open and then help Elizabeth Warren. Clinton does not view Elizabeth Warren as an equal. She certainly doesn't view Bernie Sanders as an equal. And she very likely and almost certainly, and I say this with all due respect, looks down upon Biden. You're talking about a person who will run again in 2024. There is no Democratic Party. It's a political machine. So I don't know when. So John Brandt's time traveling, I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know how or when, but I know it'll happen. It's kind of like, watching like Rocky 1, 2, 3, I think there's a 4. You know Rocky's going to win in the end. It's just you might not ever have seen the next. Let's say there's another Rocky. You know he's gonna win. Well, maybe who knows nowadays with movies, but if you watch the old Rocky 1 or 2, you know eventually Rocky's gonna win. Now, of course, this is the opposite with Madam Cyberhack, but there's no way that she's not going to try again because she barely lost and she got 65 million votes and she's the only one who has the money to win for Democrats. She could actually win. But the thing with Clinton is that she's just going to wait. This is all charade. Biden has no money, and I'm telling you right now, he's going to leave shortly after Iowa or eventually after Iowa. So... But I don't ever doubt it. I just wait. It's kind of annoying to wait. John Brandt's time traveling. Thank you. Carl's opinion. Democrat insider Robert Patillo was on Tucker tonight. He stated that Hillary is definitely running. Yeah. Also, my leftist friends are getting angrier. Yeah, Carl's opinion. Yeah, I know. I literally don't talk about politics to a great many people. After Obama just told them that none of their Democrats could be Trump. I don't know why, Carl, that makes me so amused the way you said that. My leftist friends are getting angrier. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Oh my God, are they getting angry? Oh my God. Okay, listen to me, everyone here, all 400 people. Listen to me. Do not talk politics in Thanksgiving. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't talk politics in Thanksgiving. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care. If they say, hey, can you pass the cranberry? Oh, and by the way, who do you think's going to be Democratic nominee? Don't do it. This stuffing is really great, so you're voting Trump? Don't do it. Don't do it. Carl and everyone here. Don't talk about politics during Thanksgiving. I don't care. They're going to try to give you. They're going to try to pull you in. They're going to try ingenious ways. It's, that impeachment, huh? I mean, I don't really know much about it, but it doesn't look good for Trump. They're just like trying to reel you in. Yeah. They're going to try to reel you in. And oh my God, is it going to be, I met with my buddy the other day, went to a wonderful Mexican restaurant in Pasadena. I didn't want to, he politely, tried to kind of lure me in. And I said, no, I don't want to talk about politics. No. This stuffing's fantastic. So, what do you think about Amy Klobuchar? I don't want to. You literally just say, I'm not really into politics. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're like Carl's Opinion has a politics channel. Get him to 100,000 subs, Carl. It doesn't matter. Like, well, what about your politics channel, Carl? You have 30,000 subs. What do you mean you're not into politics? I'm not really into it. I'm going to change it. It's going to be a gaming channel with Eric H526. Yeah, I'm not into politics. What do you mean you're not into politics? I don't think you're telling me the truth. No. Anything. Doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what you need to do. Hey, how about we talk about politics? My stomach hurts. I gotta go. Something, anything. Don't do it. Sheldon! Thank you, Sheldon. Thank you. Hofstadter, thank you. The stuffing is delicious. So tell me, isn't Trump out of control, everyone? Huh? Let's see who doesn't agree with me. Who at the table doesn't agree with me? She's definitely running. And oh my God, I have a personal list of people who I'm going to rub it in when she runs. A personal list. Nobody that anybody knows. But just waiting. We're just waiting right now. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for we're waiting for Clinton to just try to find the right way to kind of say, I don't really want to, but if I have to, oh well. Sir Jamie! Happy Thanksgiving, H.A. Sir Jamie, happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Well, bud. Jalapeno cranberry sauce. Yuck. I would actually try that. I love me some cranberry sauce. Love cranberry sauce. Love cranberry sauce. Love it. And I would even try jalapeno, yeah. I'm not like Clinton who pretends to like, spicy things or whatever. It's like, no, Hillary's like, I travel everywhere with hot sauce. No, you don't. Yeah, right. Thank you, Sir Jamie. Big Chris! I'm a punk rock political anarchist. Of course I'll talk pro-Trump. Then I'll laugh as dinner break. Oh, no, Big Chris. Then I'm going to watch football with a smile. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, Big Chris is the man. Everyone, we must give our allegiance to Big Chris. Big Chris, just be careful because Lord knows, someone could throw the turkey at you and God forbid, just be careful. But that's amazing, Big Chris. That's a great scene for a movie. That is so awesome. Big Chris, thank you. Be careful. Be careful, Big Chris. Be careful. Valerie Rogers. So when did you meet my Uncle Benny? Wait. Does he talk about politics or doesn't talk about? Oh, cranberry? I don't know exactly what you're referring to. But Valerie Rogers, thank you. Big Chris, thank you. That's pretty awesome. I'm a punk rock political anarchist. Of course, I'll talk pro-Trump. Then I'll laugh as dinner breaks down. Then I'm going to watch football with a smile. Well, that is punk rock. That is definitely punk rock. Wow. Yeah, I'm more of the... Now, I used to be that Big Chris. I used to be that, and then over the years, I just became the Barry Manilow of dinner politics. And now I don't even... Now I have an aversion. I don't want to talk about. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about it. There's so many other things to argue about. That's like sometimes when you have dinner with family, it's like the minefield of topics. You're like, what? How do I navigate this? H Sunset, happy Thanksgiving to everyone, even graduates of you. H Sunset, did you see that wonderful game? Is H Sunset? Did you see that game? Thank you for the kind words. H Sunset. Thank you so very much. Trojans defeated UCLA big time. It was awesome. Oh my God, was it awesome? So Biden, oh my God, Iowa could. This is LA Times. Iowa could make or break Biden. It broke him last time. yeah, it broke him last time. It ain't gonna make him this time either. Nobody wants Biden to run. Nobody wants Biden, Warren, and Bernie. And then they say Buttigieg, but then like he took money from the Supreme Court justice, the latest nominee. What was it? Oh, there's always something. There's always this, it's like there's only one person. There's only one person that can get away with anything. It's Madam Secretary. Anything. Her campaign slogan will be, if you don't want to vote for me, don't vote. Then like every super delegate and she'll just get everyone's vote. Because Biden is only number one because he's electable. She will be easily number one because she got 65 million votes. Of course, she'll lose again to Trump, but they don't care. In their minds, they need someone tough. The Orange Menace. He's so orange and belligerent. He's ruining Thanksgiving. He even makes the turkey taste bad. He's Trump. It's like the Grinch song. He's Trump. Makes the turkey taste bad. Trump. The stuffing is horrible because of Trump. Their lives, you understand people's relationships, like, their lives are dependent upon his personality. Sandiford! I think we all have a list of people we're looking forward to laughing at when she runs, and again when she loses. Oh yeah. But they're going to convince Sandiford. Thank you very much, as always. They're going to convince everyone, Sandiford, that they're going to convince everyone that she's going to win. Like, it won't just be will she run. There will be so much media saying that she's above in the polls. You're gonna see that she's going to. Like, people are like, we will be here, ladies and gentlemen, towards election time, and people are gonna say, "HA, you brought this sinister being upon us. You will be blamed if she wins." I'll be like, no, like, people will actually worry, like, oh my God, could she win? Oh no. She's not going to win, but she could make it very, very close. And the media will actually have her above Trump, like, without a doubt. There's no way Trump goes into the 2020 in November of 2020. There's no way he goes in. There's no way he goes in into the into election day. There's no way he goes into election day above Clinton. He will be below Clinton, and then he'll be below Clinton like 3 points again, and then they'll be like, the Martians from Jupiter. The Martians from Saturn. They came and they cheated us again. So, I mean, it's just, it's a situation where Clinton cannot run now. So she just cannot run now. I mean, at this point, she's running, of course. I'm saying she just cannot, like, say, I'm back. He has a little under $9 million in cash. And he's not even, it's hilarious. He's losing money every quarter, so. Lucky Luke! HA, you should prepare for Hillary actually beating Trump in 2020. She's been preparing for 3 years. You know all the angles now. Bloomberg is helping her out. It'll be Trump versus everyone. Yes, Lucky Luke. Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you. No, I mean, well, you are right. She could win. I don't think she will, though. I don't think she will. But she could. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. I don't think she will, though. Because I don't believe voter turnout is going to be that great for her. Now she's going to try every single possible angle. I mean, they have so much up their sleeve. I mean, who knows? But I don't think that Democrats have anything that's going to really make, with the economy as good as it is, I don't see the voter turnout. You know, in Florida, for example, likes Trump. Ohio, Michigan, the favorability ratings aren't, they're actually okay. He's down in Pennsylvania and Ohio and Michigan, but not nearly down the way he is in other places. So, I mean, I take the favorability rankings with a grain of salt, but let's see, Trump favorability by state. Let's look at that for a second. No, I agree with you. Trump I don't think, though, that she's going to win, but Trump favorability by state. Morning Consult. So he has a -2 net approval in Florida, but that's basically like a positive. I mean, you compare that to Ohio's -6. I mean, look at the negative press he gets. Indiana is a positive. Michigan -13. Now that's going to be an issue. He needs to win Michigan, but not really. If he wins Ohio and Florida, Pennsylvania down 9. So if he's not down double digits, I'm not worried. Because like Illinois down 24, New York down 25, California down 32. So Texas, he has a positive net 2. But see, even that's, Louisiana up 12, Mississippi up 16, Alabama up 21. So Tennessee up. But then, you have Minnesota down 14, Wisconsin down 17, Michigan down 13. But Washington down 29, Oregon down. But, I mean, he has to win Florida. If he wins Florida and Ohio, he's won. So, and Pennsylvania, he did well there, in terms of, how, like, Democrats should have. Michigan and Pennsylvania haven't voted for a Republican since 88, Wisconsin since 84. So, Lucky Luke, you make a great point. I do think, though, that I don't think that she'll win, but I think that she's just, we're just waiting for her to, I don't care when, I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's going to be Clinton versus Trump. Tree climbing! TDS keeps pharmacies hopping. I know. TDS. Ay. Yeah, I mean, everyone's saying there's no way Clinton's running. The Democrats are, oh my God, really again? They're all going to say, yeah, you know what? This is a much better. We tried Trump. We tried his orange unemployment. And you know what? We'd rather have unemployment with a nicer person like Clinton. They also there's also the political reality of like Clinton doesn't care if she loses again because she'll just run again in 2024. That's when they'll have to, try to get another candidate, but we'll see. Tamara, I think we've learned our lessons on trusting polls. Yep, I agree with you. I was just looking at the favorability ratings, which I think that they're interesting. They're probably better than, who would you vote for? But Tamra, yes, I agree with you. Tamara, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and Lucky Luke and everyone here. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is not happening, people. And I this is like a labor of love. And I know there are a lot of people who are like, I can't stand it. He brought up Clinton again. I don't want to talk about it. But I really enjoy talking about this, as as everybody here knows. Because I can't stand, it's like, you see the people on MSNBC, Biden, we have such a fluid, robust. They use these hilarious words like fluid and robust and diverse. And there's nothing fluid or robust about any of this. This is a farce and a theatrical performance. Okay? This election is even more rigged than 2016, because 2016 they didn't know they were facing a curveball and off-speed pitch in Bernie. They didn't realize that I was saying Bernie was gonna. I said Bernie was gonna win the primary when he was at like 4%. He went all the way to tying Clinton. Well, they cheated him. I didn't know they would cheat him. I didn't know that Russia would hack the DNC to inform the country that Bernie Sanders was cheated, thus giving Clinton the popular vote, but losing swing states for some odd reason because of Facebook ads that nobody saw. So, but, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I mean, Denise Ballard, Trump broke the polls in 2016. They're still broken. Yes, they are. That's true. I agree with you on that. The polls are broken, but there are probably like millions of people who were like, if they recall, they're like, I'm not voting for Trump of all people. Come on. No, I'd vote for Hillary. And they'll do it again. They'll be like, and they get to the voting booth, they vote for Trump. So. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching an hour. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving. God bless you all. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll have, of course, my live stream around this time or earlier tomorrow and every night. And, Carl's Opinion! These poll numbers, favorability numbers showing Trump down in 2019 sound like poll numbers, favorability numbers in 2015, plus RNC doing big outreach for Hispanics. 500 paid staff members, New Mexico and Minnesota in play. Yes, and also, Carl, key demographics, like you just brought up here, but key demographics that normally vote Democrat, like, for example, 30% of Latinos voted for Trump in 2016. Well, I believe that more than 30% are going to vote for Trump because you have record low unemployment for Hispanic and Latino men. Unemployment numbers are at record lows. If you look at the Fed, St. Louis Fed, and the unemployment rate is below the national average, which is already a record past 50 years. So you're not going to have record highs in the stock market and record lows in unemployment, and then have thank you, Lyle Budd, thank you. You're not going to have record lows in unemployment and record highs in the stock market. Thank you, Miss Kekistan. Thank you so very much. And then have people not vote for Trump. I think that what they'll do is they're going to find some angle with Clinton again, and it'll be a much different, their whole thing, Carl, is going to be, well, Trump, nobody thought Trump could win, but now Clinton he's going to sneak up. Her whole thing's we're going to sneak up on Trump. The Orange Menace won't know. The Orange Menace will not know. Do you understand? Carl, thank you very much. Thank you, as always, Carl's Opinion, for your support, generosity. Thank you. Eric H526, have a happy Thanksgiving. And everyone subscribe to both Carl and Eric H526. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day tomorrow. I'll see you soon. And enjoy things.